Welcome back Southwest Florida to another edition of Lead Pitch Live. So happy that we're here at Synovus. You wonder where we are. One of America's great banks is hosting us, and the accommodations have just been outstanding. Shout out to Synovus. We look forward to coming back in the future. We have a wonderful lineup of guests here today. We get a chance to talk to Amanda Evans. She's the health educator for the Florida Department of Health here in Lee County. Also, Ronald, the candle man, will make his debut. We'll learn about all his great work that he's doing with healing candles. He's the CEO and the co-founder of Beyond Divine 717. Tamika Seaton will be here, the host of Grow Your Nonprofit. She's always got some great educational information for all you nonprofits. All that'll be happening. We'll be right back. Southwest Florida, welcome back. We're so thrilled to get her here for the first time. Certainly won't be the last time. She's the health educator for the Florida Department of Health in Lee County, Amanda Evans. Welcome to Lead Pitch Live, Amanda.
Thank you.
Time to break you in.
All right.
First of all, what is the Florida Department of Health in Lee County? You're part of the big picture?
Yep, so I'm a health educator. So I go out and do a lot of outreach in the community in a couple different areas. Healthiest Weight Florida is one of them. I do a lot of mental health training, just different outreach with like COVID-19. We had to do a lot of outreach with the mobile testing units and things.
What's your background to prepare you for something like that?
So I have a master's in public health. I've actually been working for health departments my whole career.
Oh, you smart. You got a master's in public health. Excuse me.
Hey, if you work for it, you want to show it off, right?
All right, we got a smart lady in here. Go ahead, give me your background, Amanda.
Well, I've worked for health departments my whole career. I started in Maryland. I went to like the DC area, and then now I'm here in Florida. So a lot of different sort of atmospheres, but it's the health department. We're always there for the community. So
great. And you work for one of the finest health departments around. The Lee County Health Department is such a great job. But I want to stay a little bit personal before I get into this. Just in general, right now, the health department, the CDC, and all you types of people who are keeping us healthy, you guys are like the compass for us. Do you feel like extra important now in these times when we dealt with pandemics and things like that?
I don't think we're more important than we were before.
Okay.
But I think people are maybe listening more and needing more of that information that they didn't maybe have as much before. Because we've been doing the same programs for years and years. So maybe that, people have heard about us, they know when they need us, but now maybe they're listening more to those, the things that we're putting out on social media or emails.
That's what's very important, getting the message out, right? Keep pounding that message. What is Healthy Weight Florida?
So Healthiest Weight Florida is one of our programs that I work on. It's a awesome program that's been around for a long time. It started when the obesity epidemic started, so we're just really trying to help with all of our ages, all of our ranges of people get to that healthier weight. So that's nutrition, physical activity, different things like that. Right now, we're working on training our early child care centers in exercise, physical activity, even screen time. So we're trying to train them on starting early on how to help those kids live a healthier life throughout their lifetime.
The main thing is what? Diet, proper eating, and stay active?
Yeah, exactly.
The basics.
The basics. So we're in that same program, we're also doing a PACH project, which is fancy terminology, but basically we're going to a community and we're going to do food access and see where people are lacking and where's those gaps in the community and how to help those people to find food, because there's a lot of places in the county that you go and there's not food available. So those are some parts of that.
Physically walking into those places, checking out what the food is and things like that?
Yes, yes.
Like a little clipboard or something? They get nervous?
No, they don't get nervous. People are typically excited to see us because we're there to help. We want to help them. So we've been going into a lot of like community centers, talking to locals, people that live in that neighborhood, because data's great, right, to see like that big picture, but to talk to each person is really important as well.
How about in the school system where kids go to eat breakfast, lunch, and I grew up in public housing, so I always got the school lunch. I was, on the lunch, my financial aid, the low to poverty level qualified me, so I used to always be excited to go to school so I can get that breakfast and get that lunch. I don't know if it was healthy for me then, but now when I go and visit the schools, I see pizza, I see chain restaurants having a spot in the school.
Yeah.
Is that good, bad?
So it depends. I think one of the
sodas.
Yeah, sodas are really tough too. So we've been working with the schools to try to provide healthier options. So instead of like sodas, maybe have juice as an option, even though it's still not the greatest for you. But water is like the primary option. Absolutely. Love that. But with the schools, we're working on projects for Healthiest Weight Florida. We're doing school gardens and how to promote them and connect them. And so to get those foods from the gardens to the students that are actually eating those lunches. So they're eating lettuce that's actually grown on that school ground, which is really cool.
Eat a lot of green as much as you can. Green stuff and yellow stuff and things like that.
Yes.
The importance of that is what?
The importance of eating healthy.
Picture, yes.
Yeah.
In
Looking
the
at
grand
that
scheme of
whole
the
person.
future of the human being.
Yeah. Looking at that whole person. So we're starting with the foundation of eating better, being physically active. But at the end of the day, we just want to make sure that people have that whole health for their whole lifetime. We want to start that young, and so they don't have to worry about that as much, and they can focus on what really makes their life quality.
And this is a term I've never heard, mental health first aid.
Yeah.
When I think of first aid, I think of somebody getting hurt, something physical, but mental first aid.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah, it's very similar to the course that you talked about, regular first aid, where we're trying to help somebody with a bandage on a cut or something similar like that. But what we're doing is we're training people on how to help somebody with a mental health problem. So if you see somebody in front of you that has a mental health crisis going on, how do you help them? As a normal person that doesn't have any doctorate degree or psychology degree, how do you help somebody? Or if you know someone in your family or a friend, like what do you do? So what we do is we teach them, here are the steps that you can do to help someone. And sometimes it doesn't end with you. Sometimes they might need professional help, treatment, but sometimes they could just have a self-care or other support strategies that are in place, or talk to people that have helped them before. And so those are some things we train.
We have your website. It's been appearing on the screen throughout the interview. Is there a phone number also that people may want to call, or some ways they can get in touch with you as well? Get more information, get you out to speak and things like that.
Yeah, that would be great. So my email would probably be the best way, and it's AMANDA Evans, EVANS @floridahealth.gov, and it's flhealth.gov.
Okay, and then you willing to go out and talk to people, right?
Yeah, so it's really important, the subject. So we're able to go to different churches, nonprofits. If you have staff that you want trained, I know we're training our DOH staff right now, Department of Health staff, because it's just an important thing. Any customer service kind of job that you do, we want to learn how to help people. So.
Well, Amanda, thank you, and thank to the Florida Department of Health in Lee County for keeping us aware and messaging and making us aware of the way that we can continue to live a healthy life and be able to live, work, and play here in the area. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
But those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those like the fine people at the Florida Department of Health in Lee County who are doing it. Remember, Miami has the oranges, but Fort Myers, we got the juice.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.
Hello everybody, this is Lee. I'm so glad that you watched that particular show, and if you enjoyed that show, we got other shows like that. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch Lee Pitts Live on demand anytime, and also hit us up on all our social media platforms. Just type in Lee Pitts Live, and there you go.